I am working on this fun little project. The last amplifier that I built was an Avondale NCC200. It had 4 independent power supplies. It was a dual mono, so 2 for the left, 2 for the right, 1 power supply for the input, 1 for the output stage. This one is much simpler. We have the original NCC200 modules on some very attractive copper heat spreaders. We have a power supply from Connex, which is called the, as you can see, it's a switch mode supply, and it's called the SMPS 300 REH. We've got a little Chinese speaker protector based upon the UPC 1237 chip, and with this beautiful little aluminum case. It's going to do the trick quite nicely, I hope. I just installed it. I was going to put a smaller switch in the front, which I had originally, but I decided it may not necessarily handle the current coming through, so I decided to put something a little bit beefier there. So I just did that up. By the way, I cut these holes, the square holes. I use a diamond wire saw. It's very inexpensive. I purchased from Amazon. It does a nice job of cutting the initial hole, and then I just use a metal file to smooth it out. So you'll see that I've gone ahead and just wired all of the necessary crimp connectors in here, stuck some initial things on. I'm going to be combining all of these with probably one of those little lever nut things, just because they do a good job of putting all this sort of stuff together with all the grounds that I have to put together here. That's a lot to fit in one spot. I suppose I could just tie them all together and solder them, but that would be very difficult if I ever need to take it apart again. So I'm just going to probably use the wire nut thing. Anyway, we're almost done here. The interesting thing about this was originally I was going to have it mounted like this, and somebody commented that this being only a 1mm case would not do a good job of passing the heat and dissipating it from the heat spreaders and such. So they suggested that I would need a heat sink. So I've actually installed a heat sink there now on the bottom, and this amp is actually going to end up sitting like this, not the other way around. So everything's kind of hanging from the ceiling, so to speak, and that's how it shall look. But I think it's a nice little project I've got underway here, and I'm hoping to finish up the wiring and such today and giving it a test. Talk to you later.